Hello, and thank you for listening. My name is Luke Mardigian, and you are listening to Be Insured, where we talk about business, leadership, and insurance. That way, on your worst day, when you need it the most, you will be insured. So here's the thing. There's two camps that entrepreneurs find themselves in, and I'm sure you'll identify with one of these. Those who are employed by their business, they're self-employed, and those who run their business. So if you're the type of person who isn't achieving your big picture goals because you're too caught up in the day-to-day workings of your business, this episode is for you. And I'm excited to be joined by my co-host,
Eric Gestring,
and our amazing guest,
Randy
Gammo.
Randy Gammo.
Hey, Randy, could you give our listeners a brief rundown of who you are and what your business does or businesses?
Absolutely. So I have been a real estate agent for 12 years. I've been a mortgage officer for 19 years. And we recently just started a venture where we opened a title company. So I really love this segment on basically, are you employed by your business or running your business? Because as a business owner, it's something that we've struggled with. I'm sure Luke and Eric, you could attest for the same thing. It's hard getting away from, being behind your desk, still trying to provide great customer service and basically doing, what's best for your client and for your business. Because I'm sure you guys can attest, the overall cost of a business can completely engulf any business owner.
Yep, absolutely. And next thing you know, you're tight on capital, and business tight on capital doesn't last very long.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So what we did, Luke, and I'm sure you did this too, is we tried. So I always say this, and I use this as an analogy to my team. We try to build one solid bridge, or still build one great foundation for that bridge before we start building other bridges. So if you imagine yourself, at one cliff, and you're trying to get to the opposite side, through the valley, get to the other side of the cliff, you build a bridge there. Obviously, best way to get there, unless you have some kind of flying contraption that gets you there. That being said, you build that bridge, you get to the opposite side. You don't start building 1, 2, 3 bridges, and that's something I always say. You want to build that solid bridge, and to build that bridge that goes across, you want to focus on making sure that you do the things that ensure longevity in business. A business owner sitting behind the desk all the time is not the best thing to do. Eric and Luke, I'm sure you can attest to this. What do you do every day? You incentivize your employees. You make it a great work environment.
Yep.
You make sure that you hit your past clients and things like that.
Yep.
And that's the difference between someone who runs their business and someone basically, or really someone that's owned by their business or someone who owns their business.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think there's a whole lot that has to be balanced out as a business owner, as far as development of your team, development of self, running operations, HR. You can go on and on with the list.
Yep, a lot of identities.
If you get caught up in just one area, it can be pretty destructive, and it will slow production. Am I right, Randy?
That's exactly right. And that's the biggest thing. It's like a death trap for a business, right? So you see a lot of the successful businesses. It's funny because I was doing some studies of other mortgage companies, for example, in the area. And you see some of these other mortgage companies, what happens is they go from, there's some companies that have been around for 20 years. And literally they're same exact, they're employees of their own business. So they own the business, but really the business owns them. They're still making the same thing they were making prior. It's nice, it's leveled off. But the thing is, to really expand or boom your business, what are you doing to do that? I've also seen another mortgage company, and I'm using mortgage companies, I'm in the industry, obviously.
Yep.
I've seen another mortgage company that went from basically doing, 20 loans a month to 200 loans a month, which in this business is stupendous.
Yeah, it is. That's huge.
What are these people doing different, or what have we done different? We basically started, obviously in the mortgage side of things, we expanded. Now we employ 25 realtors over here. And we've also ventured off to open a title company, which is great because, they all basically tie into each other. But what do we do for each business to make sure that we boom with each business that we open? We focus on the climate in the office. We focus on our people being happy, our people being, productive. We want to make sure that they're constantly doing things to bring in new business. We don't want them sitting behind a desk and waiting for that phone to ring.
Exactly.
That's not the focus. That's not how you get busy. So, I'll give you an example. Eric, you live outside of Lansing. My office is in Troy, Michigan. Eric drives to my office once per week, as busy as he is, just to basically show FaceTime with the agents over here, builds rapport. And that's how you build long-term relationships.
Yep, I agree 100%.
That's the way. And I'm sure, Eric, I'm not the only person granted, I might be your favorite, but I'm not the only person you do that for.
That's right. And I encourage my whole team to be doing that. I'm also the sales team manager, so I encourage all of our agents to get out there, get in offices, and develop relationships. Like you're saying, that's huge. But Randy, how did you transition from being employed by the business and running your business? Because I'm sure there was a point where you were probably ran by your business.
Absolutely. So the biggest thing, and I'm sure both of you guys can attest to this, was I'm a control freak. I wanted to do everything myself. I wanted to do the showings myself. I wanted to get out there and talk to the client myself.
You want to talk to your agent about your claim?
Yeah. Yep. Say it again, Luke.
Said you want to talk to your agent about your claim, right?
I want to talk to the agent about my claim. I mean, every single thing I want to do myself. But you guys know that we can't replicate ourselves, right?
Right.
You know that you can't basically the one thing you can buy is the one thing you can't buy is more time.
Yep.
You can't buy more time to make your business more successful. Because for me, quality of life came down to spending time at the office, spending time with my family. I have 3 young boys. I wanted to spend time with them and spending time with my beautiful wife. I wanted to make sure that I had time for everything because for me, a great life is a balanced life. Right?
I agree 100%. I think that's the key.
So what did I do? What the difference I did was, the biggest difference I made was employing a team, employing a great administrative person, employing an assistant, and basically having people help me basically make our business successful. So it's not all about Randy Gammo. It's about basically empowering a team of salespeople around you to go out there and do business the same way you do. And then once basically you learn as a business owner, it's not only you, it's about the team, and you don't have to do every single thing. That's when you'll take your business to the next level. So that was the defining moment of my life, was going from being a one-man show to being a very strong team.
Yeah, that's amazing. And then the concierge type level service you guys provide is unlike any others around you pretty much. Am I right?
That's absolutely right. So one big thing was, I always said this, and I don't know, Luke, if you can attest to this too, but I always said I run a boutique, real estate firm, or I run a boutique mortgage firm. I don't care if we have 500,000, 5,000, 10,000 employees. I never want to change from that feeling. I never want you to feel you come in here and you're going to a mortgage company, you're just another number, or you're going to a real estate company, you're just another number. We actually care about our clients. The other day, one of our salespeople basically gave a discount on the listing side to somebody who just found out that their husband got diagnosed with cancer. And we did it for half of what one of the other big box real estate companies did it for. And the lady looked and she said, "Why are you cheapening yourself? Why are you doing stuff for less?" My salesperson came to me. I authorized the discount because of circumstances. And she basically, her response to her was, "Why are you cheapening yourself?
Wow.
Why do you think that every single thing matters about the dollar?" Look, we're not in the business of just giving random, commission reductions. We do it when we have to. But in a case like that, or in a case where we basically recently gave a vet, a free loan, we believe, the circumstances matter. So I think that's something that really gives you really good insight about us and about how really, to me, you can create longevity in this business.
So what are some other ways that you create that boutique feel? You talked about some ways that you help people on the financial side. What are some ways that your customer service experience is making it that boutique feel?
So the biggest thing for me, and this is what I say when every single person comes in. So you can have so we have our clients vary. So we have clients that are, buying multi-million-dollar homes. We have clients that are buying $100,000 homes.
Right.
We don't really differentiate between the two. And so that's a big thing. We don't put that much customer service value on one over the other. That's one thing. Look, you come into our office, everyone's going to basically come. They're going to, greet you right away, shake your hand. If I'm there, I'm going to come in and talk to you, and I'll bring you a coffee myself. So that's the biggest difference, I think, of us over other people. Another big thing is, have you bought a house recently, Luke?
No, it's been 10 years for me.
Okay, 10 years. Well, a lot of our people basically are buying houses. Obviously, our clients are buying houses because we're obviously in the field. So we hear a lot of other companies. What's the biggest complaint they have about other companies? Well, realtors and mortgage officers, customer service, they're not getting back quickly.
Mm.
Realtors, if they want to see a house, they say, "Yeah, we'll schedule the showings in 2 days." Guys, we're doing showings in 20 minutes.
Yep.
That's the biggest difference. Okay. Somebody wants to come in for a mortgage application. Mortgage companies are scheduling 3 days out. We're not doing that. We're scheduling same day. Look, I'm the managing partner of National Mortgage Home Loans, and I manage a 25-person team, the Gammo team, and I'll still make same-day appointments. For us, it's about that level of customer service has to be above and beyond everyone else, because you know what? Speed kills deals. If you're not fast enough to get that deal closed or show that house, someone else is going to beat you out that's more hungry than you.
This is gold.
So when you ask me what it is, honestly, the boutique feel, that level of customer service, knowing people by first name, knowing their kids' names, that's basically the difference that you're going to get here, with our team versus, the big box places.
Exactly.
For us, it's not just a number. We've had multiple times, Luke, and this is something, and Eric, I'm sure you can both appreciate. We've had deals where we basically let go because, I'll give you a quick tidbit. Another realtor basically saw a problem on an inspection. He said, hey, don't make it a big deal about this. This is what we overheard. Don't make it a big deal to the client. It's not a big deal. That, to me, was alarming. Every single thing that the client knows about that house is something that basically that's going to help them in the future, maybe save them a lot of money when they move into that house. So we don't put the sale first. We put the client first. And honestly, a lot of the big box places, I just feel like they don't do that. I feel like they just care about closing another number.
Yep, they're all transactional.
Yep, closing at any cost.
Yep.
To me, that's deplorable. That's despicable.
I agree.
If somebody does that, to me, I don't want them on our team. I don't want them to do business with us. I don't care if you're doing $50 million a year.
You just want to be as far away from them as possible is kind of my stance.
Yeah, so it's a big thing. And another thing I'll say that we do to kind of keep a boutique, we had a client that closed the other day. The inspector missed that there was a roof leak in the property. Well, we felt horrible. Transaction already closed. Client called to ask what we're going to do about it. And it really wasn't our responsibility. The inspector missed it. He bought the house. But you know what? We felt bad. We sent a roofer the next day to fix that property, to make sure that his roof wasn't going to leak, that he didn't have any issue.
Yep.
We always go above and beyond. Other day, another situation happened where we protect somebody on an EMD, an earnest money deposit. Seller thought they had the right to keep it. The buyer couldn't get a mortgage. We paid, $1,400 in lawyer fees to protect it. That's what we say about boutique firm. Now, you go to somebody else, not going to happen that way. So I think the level of care, the level of service, Luke, for example, I'll use you as a personal example. Eric comes to the office every week. Granted, we want to build rapport with each other as both of our companies grow, but you came by the office, spent some time here, spent some time talking to our people. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you basically create that boutique feel. You're not going to get that with a lot of, the other places. So you guys run business the right way, and so do we. I'd love to see that, we're closely aligned.
I agree. Randy, you dropped some serious bombs here. If there's one thing that you wanted business owners to take away from our conversation today, what would that be?
Care about your clients. That's the biggest thing. Don't care always about the revenue. Look, I'm a firm believer. Revenue will follow. If you do what's right first, revenue will follow. Don't follow money, because when you follow money, honestly, I hate to say this, using something, maybe call this biblical, but you'll be like a snake in the grass that'll never be full. Yeah. You never want to follow money. You want to make sure that you do 100% right by your client and you do the right thing. And that's the biggest thing that I say, because as a business owner, that is sometimes a tough pill to swallow. But if you do that, it might take 2 years, 3 years, but it's not always, it's not always the fastest road. So you imagine two roads, one straight to get to the top, but you got to take some shortcuts and do some things that you wouldn't do. But then you have a windy road. Sometimes that windy road seems more difficult, but that's the right one to take. So that's one thing. And another thing is get out from behind your desk. Go out and do something new. Go out and talk to somebody else that can bring you business.
Amen.
Show them how good. Show them how much you care about your clients. Show them how much you care about them, and I promise you'll increase your business at least by 20%.
I love it, Randy. I got a page of notes here from this conversation.
He really does.
Where can people connect with you?
Honestly, so you can go to our website. So there's nationalmortgagehomeloans.com or nmhloans.com, or that's where the mortgage site, or go to basically thegammoteam.com. Or honestly, just give us a call. My phone number, I'm going to give the phone number now just so they have it. Yeah. If you have any questions about anything we spoke about today, but our phone number is 248-864-2200. And then my email is pretty simple. So it's randy@thegammoteam.com, RANDY@thegammoteam.com.
Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thanks, Randy.
Thank you so much, guys. You guys have a wonderful day, and all the best. You have a wonderful Monday.
You
too, brother.
Take care. So we've broken down several topics into a free report that we're providing to all of our listeners. It's the 4 things every business owner needs to know about business insurance, and you can download it now by heading to beinsuredonline.com. That's beinsuredonline.com. Head there and get your hands on this helpful guide today. And as always, you can stay in touch with us by following the Mardigian Agency on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks.
We'll see you next time
on Be Insured.